So this is the Lenovo V15 2026, and on paper it looks like one of those laptops that shouldn't really be this interesting, but somehow is. You've got a Ryzen 3 7320U inside, 16 gigs of RAM, a 512 gig SSD, and a full 15.6-inch FHD display. And if you've been around laptops for a while, you know that combination usually sits in that safe budget category. Nothing flashy, nothing extreme, just something that gets the job done. But the interesting part is how far that idea of just getting the job done has come. Because the first thing you notice when you actually start using this machine is how not slow it feels. And that's kind of the point. Boot times are quick, apps open almost instantly, and switching between tabs, documents, and browser workloads doesn't feel like you're waiting on the machine anymore. And yeah, there's always that comparison floating around online about this Ryzen 3 chip supposedly outperforming older i7 generations. In real-world use, what that actually means is less about raw dominance and more about efficiency and responsiveness in modern workloads. It's built differently, and you can feel that difference when you're not trying to do something extreme, just normal daily computing. Now design-wise, it's very Lenovo in the best way possible. Clean, minimal, no unnecessary angles trying to scream gaming or premium or anything like that. It's just a simple, professional-looking machine that would not look out of place in a classroom, a cafe, or a meeting room. The display is 15.6 inches, full HD, and while it's not trying to compete with high-end color-accurate panels, it does the job for productivity, YouTube, Netflix, and everyday media consumption. Text looks sharp enough, and unless you're doing color-sensitive work, you're not going to feel like you're missing anything critical. Where things start to get more interesting is multitasking. With 16 gigabytes of RAM, you can actually push this laptop harder than you expect. Multiple browser tabs, background apps, maybe even some light editing or spreadsheet work all running at the same time, and it still stays stable. That's where you start to feel the value proposition more clearly. Battery life is another area where this machine quietly performs. It's not trying to be a two-day laptop or anything unrealistic, but for a full day of mixed usage, browsing, typing, video calls, it holds up in a way that actually makes it practical to carry around without constantly hunting for a charger. Now, of course, there are limits. This isn't a gaming machine. This isn't a heavy 4K editing workstation. And it's not pretending to be either of those things. If you push it into those territories, you'll find the ceiling pretty quickly. But that's not really what it's built for. What it is built for is students, office users, business tasks, and basically anyone who just wants a reliable machine that doesn't get in the way. And in that category, it actually becomes a lot more compelling than you might expect at first glance. Even the small details like the Ethernet port are interesting because it's something a lot of modern laptops are slowly removing. But for certain users, especially in office or academic environments, having that option still matters more than people realize. So when you put everything together, the Lenovo V15 2026 isn't trying to reinvent anything. It's not trying to be the fastest, the thinnest, or the most premium. It's just trying to be solid. And in a market full of overpromised, overdesigned, and overpriced laptops, sometimes solid is exactly what ends up being the most useful choice. So yeah, if you're looking for a budget-friendly machine that feels fast in day-to-day life, handles multitasking comfortably, and doesn't overcomplicate things, this one deserves a spot on your list. Hi guys, if you want to buy this Lenovo 2026 new V15 laptop for student and business, powerful AMD Ryzen 3 7320U, beat i7-1065G7, 15.6-inch FHD, 16 GB RAM, 512 GB SSD, Ethernet port RJ45, Windows 11 Pro, long battery life, then please visit the link provided in the description.